Hey friends, happy Sunday. Welcome to Chalking Up the Walls. My name is April, and we're going to do something that I hope, anyway, turns out kind of fun. So, being that it's a Sunday fun day, I thought let's do something fun. So, I'm going to do one of my mystery bags. It's been a little while since I've done a mystery bag, and when I was cleaning up the craft room, I found a couple of them. So, let's get to it. This one is actually one of the larger ones, but I couldn't pass it up because it says, for those who love these things, green tapered candles, and an olive motif. This bag's for you kind of a thing, right? So let's see what's in it. I grabbed a couple just random craft supplies in case we need something to go with it. Whether we use them or not, who knows. But I grabbed a couple things just so I'd have some stuff kind of close. But let's first of all open this thing up and see what's in it. Okay. So, we're getting there. They staple them pretty nicely closed. So, I'm assuming that there's a candle in here. A tapered candle. And it's probably going to be green. But we'll see. It is. There is a green candle. Ooh, it's a nice dark green, too. I like it. You can tell it's kind of vintage, right? It's like a little on the crooked side. But that's okay. That's kind of cool. So, let's set that up here. I like that. And then, what is this? There's another really big something. Is it a candle holder? It is. It is. It is. So that's cool, but I'm not 100% sure how we can really, like, you know, other than put it together, make anything fun with it. But that's really cool. Look at this. Look at the detail of the olives in here. Oh, that's super fun. So with that being said, there's not a whole lot. Let me think. What can we do here? I have, will this fit? Because it's kind of loose in there. Will that fit better in here? I think it would. So this is just a little, since I figured there was going to be a candle in it, I grabbed this little, I don't know if it's real, but this like probably faux crystal little candle base that I got at the thrift store. So I grabbed that, and I kind of like the way that this is looking. So let's do that. Can we get this? Y'all, this is the fun of the mystery. We get to figure something cool out. And I'm going to keep trying. We're going to figure something out. So I grabbed some little beads. I think I might, like, paint this. And then, can we do something? Something with this. I don't want to hide the base of that, though. No. That's way too big. I don't know. I love it, but I don't know what I can do with it. Let's look here. Could we get this? Okay, that would sit nicely on top of it. Obviously, we'd have to paint that green, but I think we're gonna paint that too, so that would be good. And then I'm trying to decide, like, what could we put that on top and make like a cool little stack? You think? It's not exactly even. Could we possibly do something like this? Yeah, let's try it. Okay, I think we have a plan of attack here. I think we have a plan. All right, so let's get that out of there. And then let's paint real quick. Let's see if we can get this part Should we go with the black? I think so. Let's paint this black. And put them together. I actually have some black beads that I thought about using in there too. But maybe we'll do that in the top part. Okay, I think I have a game plan here, y'all. All right, so let's get some black paint down and let's see if we can't get this glass covered. So, like I was saying, this is something that I found at the local thrift shop. I'm pretty sure it was like $1/4. So if we paint it, it's all good. We're gonna need a whole lot more paint than that in order to get into these little cracks. And it doesn't have to be, I'm not necessarily wanting it to be like solid, but I don't want it to be this like clear crystal color. So anyway, while we start working on this, let me know, are you guys fans of like the olive decor? I think that's really cute. And what are you guys doing on your Sunday? Hopefully something fun. I got my coffee here and get my craft on. And that's, you know, the bulk of my early part of my Sunday anyway. It's kind of warm outside, so I don't anticipate doing a whole lot of outdoor activities, but all right, so I'm just taking my makeup sponge and really pressing hard to make sure I get in the grooves of this candle holder. And fortunately, I went ahead and already plugged in my glue gun, although we're probably going to want some E6000 for this bigger piece, but this one we won't need any glue for. All right, and let's kind of like upcycle our our mystery bag. Mystery bags are always so much fun. Okay, trying to hold on to this without getting paint all over me, but a little bit won't matter. As long as it stays on the glass, we're gonna be good. Okay, so we're just dabbing away here. I'm not too worried about the actual bottom because it's gonna be sitting flat, so no one's gonna see that. All right, we're just squishing our paint in here because there are grooves in between the little lines. So let's make sure we get it all covered up here. I like painting glass. If you don't seal it, you can typically wash most of it off too. You may have to soak it depending on your type of paint, but works out pretty good. Okay, I just got this tiny little space here that I need to get, so let's hang on to our glass and get it going. We can always touch up any spots that I may have touched later, but I do my best. This actually kind of could be fun for Halloween, like a little cauldron type deal. Okay, I think, oh, I missed a midsection here. I think we got a fairly decent first coat though. So let's let that dry for a little bit and scooch you over and let you dry. And then, do we want to get that on there just to make it like flat, like a flat surface? So this is just essentially like a piece of trash that I found. I work at a bar uptown, and so this is the lid of, it's got a big R on it, so I'm gonna assume like a Crown Royal bottle. But they work kind of cool for like faux, like handles for drawers and stuff. So I usually try to keep a couple laying around. Like I said, they cost me nothing. They go in the trash, so I take a couple of them whenever they're around. Same with like, I don't know if you guys remember, it's been a few months since I did it, but remember when I did like my little mushroom display with the lids from like a tequila bottle? Hey, free craft supplies are some of the best craft supplies in my opinion. All right, so we're just sticking with the black. I'm getting it all over my hands, but fortunately acrylic paint is really easy to get off your hands, so it's all good. You know what, maybe I should hit this with a little bit of heat so I don't get it everywhere. Okay, cool. I love these little mystery bags. They're so much fun. We get them at this like vintage market that my daughter and I go to. She always looks for the clothes, and I always look for the cool mystery bags. We've got it down. Okay, so this part's dry. I should be able to hang on to that. And get it covered. Painting up pretty nicely for being like, you know, a piece of plastic. Trying not to get it, but it's all over. I've got it everywhere, y'all, but whatever, it's fine. It's not just, there's really just not a good way to hang on to it without getting it all over you, so it's just gonna have to be what it's gonna be there. But let's keep painting quickly, and let's get this put together. I think this will be cool. And obviously you could have just put them together and made a cute little thing, but being that I want to make something with them, let's try to make something. Okay, that definitely is gonna need another coat, but in the meantime, set it with a little bit of air, get it dry. Currently knocked over some of our paint in the process. Let that cool down. Let's make sure this one's dry. And then let's just check and see. See, it's now like black. Like I said, this is almost, this kind of is given like Halloween vibes, which I like. It actually looks pretty good. It doesn't have to be like heavy, but there's a few spots down here that are like super light that I probably touched with my hands. So let's touch that up. Spin as we go here. Get in our grooves. And be good to go. Cool. All right, so all in all, I think that is in good shape. Let's stick our candle in here nicely. That'll be cool. I got this stuff all over me. Let me take a little wipe here and clean off my hands for a second while I think about. I kind of want to put something in here to fill out the space though. That's like a lot of wipes. So I've got these little black beads. I've got these green beads, but these green beads are like a really bright, because I didn't know what color greens we were going with. This really bright green. I don't think that's what I want. I guess I could just do some black ones. Or you know what actually might look cool to kind of match would be, I have a ton of like little beads. Got wipes everywhere. Why don't we do some silver? Just for like little filler. Got a bunch of like these little tiny silver beads. So let's fill that up. Fill in that space. Make it look a little, whoa, as they go flying. I was kind of hoping that they would have landed on, that one I think might be too big. Come back out of there. Just the small ones. Just to give it a little extra sparkle, right? Why not? I mean, nothing is permanent here. Can take them back out. Actually, I've used these beads for many different projects. My daughter was using them for something too, and these are just like the leftovers. So these beads have been used for all kinds of fun stuff. But this will just add a little bit of sparkle. I like it. All right, cool. Digging that. If I can keep them inside of here. Just kind of press them down a little bit. And then check that out. We need a few more. Few more here's and there's. Why not, right? But anyway, I love these like little mystery bags because obviously you have no idea what you're going to get, but it kind of gives me like, I don't know, to me it's just fun. You open up this bag and it's like, hey, let's see what we can do with it, right? Okay, let's close this up so we don't make a big old mess. And check it out. I really think this would be super cute. See how we put our little beads in there? I think this would be really cute on like a potion table or something like that for Halloween because it really, to me, looks almost like a cauldron. Okay, so we dressed that guy up. We'll leave it over here. And then let's see what we got with this. Oh, runaway bead. In the bag you go. Okay, this definitely needs some more paint. So let's keep going. Once you get that first coat down, the second one is more or less just covering up any spots that you smudged or missed or whatever. Maybe. But yes. Let me know what you guys are doing today. Hopefully, like I said, something fun. It's Sunday, so I hope so. I just cleaned off my hands and now I'm going to get paint all over them again, but it's fine. And I probably don't need to worry too much about the top because I am going to glue this jar on top of it. And maybe put another candle and then we'll have kind of like a cool little candle display. I like for my candles to be offset though. And I'm afraid that these are going to end up being about the same height. So we may have to create a little riser. Okay, I'm thinking that's good. So, with that being said, once we dry it up nicely, let's see if we can get that. I think we're done with that on here. I'm just gonna push it down so it's nice and secure. It's not going anywhere, so I don't need to worry about gluing it. Right, and so now we have our little topper on there. And it actually looks kind of cute like this. It almost looks like it should contain like some olive oil. Oh my gosh! So like, obviously, there's a hole in the bottom. So we can't, and God knows what's been in here. This was made in the Philippines, apparently, and it was number 125 out of 550. Maybe I shouldn't mess with it. Who knows? Maybe it's a valuable piece. Probably not. But see, it's got this label on the bottom of it. I think I've completely changed my mind. How cool is that, though? To leave it just like this with the topper, and obviously it's going to have to be faux. Like I said, there's a hole in the bottom, so can't fill it up. But doesn't it look like one of those, like, vintage, somebody used it as a candle because there's wax on the bottom of it. Oh, okay, yeah. We've changed our mind. My glue gun. Sadly, we don't need you. But you never know. But check it out. To me, it really looks like one of those, like, 90s style decorative olive oil things that people used to, like, put around their house. It also kind of looks like a lighthouse. You could totally paint it and turn it into a lighthouse. But I think I am going to leave it as a faux olive oil container. This would be cool in my kitchen. And then I'm probably going to split the pair now and use this in my kitchen just as a fake olive oil container. And this is going to end up, and now that I said that, I almost want the beads to be like, almost like a pale green, so it looks like, you know, the potion. But this is going to end up as part of my Halloween decor. Yay! You know, we could have also painted it red, and maybe we will down the road. Switch it up, paint it red, because it's like that Christmassy green, that like piney green. That would be cool too. You could have it as part of like a centerpiece for your Christmas display. Oh, see, that's what I was saying. That's what I love about these mystery bags, is you get some random stuff, and then as you start working with it, like all these fun ideas come. What do you guys think? I think that turned out fun. So this is going to go on, in my kitchen I have like above my cabinets this area where we keep like cookbooks and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to incorporate this Next to, I have a antique metal jug of olive oil, so I'm going to put this right next to it because, you know, olives. And then this, friends, is going to hang out until it's time to decorate for Halloween. And in it goes. Super sweet. All right, what do you guys think? What would you have done with these supplies? Would you have just, like, literally put them together and had a really tall candle? Because that would be cool, too. And obviously, we can still do that. I didn't glue this on. Just pop it off. The only thing I really altered was painting our little faux crystal or crystal, whatever, candle holder. All right, guys. Well, that was super cool. And it went so fast, I didn't even get to drink my coffee. So, cheers to that. All right, guys. Well, I hope you do something awesome with the rest of your Sunday. That was super fun. Go out there and get you one of them mystery bags if you find them. Usually the ones I get are $5, so it's not like it's a huge investment. But this one, I went out and splurged a little bit for the $10. But my guess is because of this thing. That's pretty substantial, and it's super cool. So, in my opinion, most definitely worth it. All right, y'all. As always, I hope I inspired you to go out there and find some stuff to play around with and craft. It's good for the soul, good for the heart, you know. Just good, right? Okay. Until next time, be awesome. Do something awesome. I love you all. Appreciate you all. And I'll see you soon. All right. Take care. Bye.